What's up, Cowboy fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. West Side style, playoff style. New one for YSN. Coach's Corner, player profile, sponsored by the Bear Brothers. Glad to be joined by the head ball coach, Coach Amill, and two of his outstanding football players, Jason Hewlett and Delshawn Petrosky. First of all, fellas, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Okay,
having
Coach
us.
Amill, let's start with you. I could tell when I got on the phone with you. I see a little different Coach Amill. Obviously, it's playoff time, but Coach, before we go into that, talk a little bit about Delshawn and Jason a little bit. Preview my little talk with them for Cowboy fans. These two, I've watched play all year. I've watched you coach them. I know what they mean to you as a football team, and more importantly, as sons for you. You treat all your players like that. A little intro on both of them as we get going.
Yeah, for Delshawn, he's a 3-year starter for me. He started 1 year at East, and then the last 2 years, Chaney All-State DB as a sophomore, quarterback junior. Who knows what he's going to be this year? Division I offers. Graduated high school in 2 years. He'll graduate high school with an associate's degree from state. Just everything you want. Like I said, I always refer to him as alpha dog. He's that guy for us. Jason is right behind.
Yes, sir.
Jason's gonna shoes and take over. Jason himself. With multiple BCS offers, and stepped in at quarterback for us and leading the way for the team right now. And everything you want in a player, tremendous athlete, tremendous young man, and he got the team on his shoulders right now.
All right, so let's jump in with you, Jason. First, you're the young pup. Talk about a little bit. How important is Delshawn for you, Jason, as a younger player? You're moving over to the quarterback slot. He's going to be at running back. Talk about that a little bit. Has he been a big help for you going over to the quarterback spot?
Yes, Delshawn has been a big help because when he first got hurt, the whole team put their head down like the season was over, but he kept my head high when everybody else brought me down a little bit. But he's a great leader and following his footsteps. And
well, that's good to hear you say.
Great.
Delshawn, I've watched you play. I tell Coach Amill all the time, I use the word slippery. In open field, you can do a lot of things. You're the senior. This is playoff time. You guys have played a schedule that I would match against anybody's. You're prepared. How important is it for you to be a senior to lead young guys like Jason?
I think it means a lot to me. I gotta coach these guys up. Our second year of our program. Last year we had a pretty good year, and it just means a lot to me to be a senior this year at Chaney High School. I just want to coach these guys up, believe, and make sure everybody, is on to that next level.
Well, I think you've done a great job at that with Jason, the quarterback, and now in the backfield, it's given the Cowboys another weapon offensively. Coach, has anything changed offensively with the position switchers? Because I've watched the last 2 games. It sure does not look that way.
No, nothing's changed. Seth is a great good offensive mind, and he had Jason prepared and ready to go. You never expect things to happen, but you just always plan for the worst. So Jason would get reps, and we just know the competitor and the player he is. So when Deli went down, it was a blow for everybody, but we're not missing a beat. Then you see him against the field. He just took over and took charge. That's just the person he is. He's no different than Delshawn. Just 2 years younger. But this is how he's been playing Pee Wee football. Like he's a take it on my back, and let's go kind of guy. So we didn't have to adjust anything. We didn't have to do anything. So Jason in, and Seth meets with these guys once a week after practice. And then like Deli in this corner and being there for him and coaching them out. That carries a lot of weight. It's a big deal.
Well, with Coach Amill, Coach's Corner, and player profile with two of Chaney's best, Jason Hewlett, sophomore, and Delshawn Petrosky, senior. Jason, back to you. Talk about how important this playoff run is to this football team. In my opinion, you guys got a bad seed. This is a football team that's very talented that I don't think a lot of people would want to be willing to play. Have you guys used that as a little chip on the shoulder to go make a statement in this playoff run with the people you played?
Yes, sir. It's very important to me because everybody think we finna lose because our regular season record, but we know what we can do. And we know what players we got on the team. And
yeah, I mean, let's go over this, Jace. You've played Cardinal Mooney, you've played Ursuline, you've played Holland, you've played East, who's a big rivalry, you played Canfield, and you played Fitch. If you guys play the way you're capable of playing, there's no doubt in my mind that this team is in for a long playoff run. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir. I think earlier in the season we started off strong in the first half, but we let it get out of hand second half when we start sleeping on our opponents. But now, foot on their necks.
That's it. That's the way to play it. It's playoff time. There you have it, Cowboy fans. Jason's going to be that guy under the center and a good one, a talented sophomore that's being recruited by everybody already and leading this Cowboy football team. We'll have the game on ysnlive.com against Akron Coventry. We'll get into that game in a little bit. But Delshawn, I'm going to go over to you. It has to be special for you when you look back at this year, and I've talked with Coach a lot. COVID hit. At times there it looked like there may not be a football season. How special is it for you as a senior? You get an injury. It doesn't it knocks you out of quarterback, but you're still playing the game you love. It has to be special to get on that bus tomorrow and know that your senior playoffs are getting ready to kick off.
It's pretty special to me. You know, we did come into this year thinking we wasn't gonna have a year. We had a lot of talent. You know, we was ready to come into this year going 6-0. Unfortunately, couldn't even get to that point. But it's hard. You know, we are 2-4 right now going into the playoffs. Well, I'm pretty excited. You know, I'm glad I can still play. I'm playing running back a little bit. So, I mean, they can still use me. I guess my talents. I mean, I feel great.
Well, that's awesome to hear. I'm excited. I'll be watching at that studio. I love watching this football team play, Coach Amill. Akron Coventry comes in. You're going to head there. This football team's been on the road a lot, so I don't think that plays a big difference, does it?
You know, we're used to being on the road. Games where we were treated like pee-wee teams in locker room. And we had games where we had so. You know, I mean, we won't miss a beat. You know, our practice field is grass on grass won't be. You know, we're just ready to lace them up and get rolling.
Well, I think it's going to be a great game. We'll have it for you. Akron Coventry against the Chaney Cowboys. The West Side, we're proud to be sponsors of Chaney football. We're proud to put it on the stream every night. And I'm excited to watch these two play. I always get excited. But Jason and Delshawn, I'm going to ask you. I coached Coach Amill back in the day, so we give up our age a little bit. I'm thrilled that he's the head coach. He's put his time and he's put his dues. What does he mean to you guys as a football team? I know he's I know he's hard on you. I know he pushes you, but I know the love that he has for Chaney, for the West Side, and for this football program. Well, what does he mean to you guys? Jay, you could go first to talk about what Coach means to this football team.
He means a lot. As you said, he treats us like his children. He's with us more than he's with his kids sometimes. So I appreciate everything. He feeds us and everything, make sure we're straight and make sure our grades are all right. He tell us grades first out of everything, then because the football come, but he just been great for real.
Well, that's good to hear, and there's no doubt football will come for both of you guys. I know he's on you about grades, and that's going to pay off for the two of you. Delshawn, what's Coach mean to you? You played for him at two different places.
Man, Coach Chris means a lot to me, man. A lot of players on the team, we got a lot of love for Coach, man. He does so much for us. Since my freshman year, me and Coach had a nice bond together. Once freshman year came, he came to East. We was both at East. He knew that I was going to be that player that I am today, and he always believed me since freshman year. And I appreciate him so much for that. You know, he tried to get the offers. everything for me. He tried to do everything he can for these players. I love Coach Chris so much, man. It's so crazy.
Well, that's awesome, Coach. Shout out to you. Jason, back to you. Talk a little bit about Jason Hewlett. Tell the West Side, tell Chaney Nation. Talk a little bit about yourself, a little shout outs to some family. The show's yours here for a couple seconds.
Shout out to my big brother, Jalen Hewlett. He played at YSU.
Okay.
Back to
a
me.
Cardinal Mooney boy, good player at YSU. So how is that having a bigger brother that played? I'm sure that has to be a help.
Yeah, it's competitive every day, fighting who better, but I know I'm better, but I'm just trying to be.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to think. Absolutely. And he better understand that. You got 2 more years to pay your dues, but no, that's good for you to shout out. And it has to be fun to be able to play and watch a brother that plays college football for you. That has to be exciting.
Yeah, I seen when he did when Coach Chris was coaching him and all the exciting runs he had, and now he had a D1 level. I'm just trying to be like him.
That's all. That's a good role model. You have great role models there between Coach and your brother. Let's put this Cowboy team on a little run and play some extra weeks. Delshawn, over to you. Shout outs, some family. Talk about anything you'd like to talk about.
Shout out my mom, dad for always giving in me, and my dad always telling me to keep up my grades and all that. They always kept on top of it. They always made sure I was on top of everything. So shout out to them.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure they're awful proud of both of you guys, your families. And let's be honest, I've talked with Coach about this a lot. This is tough sledding when tickets are limited and this and that. That's why we are proud of what we do to be able to stream games and let people that can't watch good high school football players play. And you two fit that mold. But, Coach, I'm going to go back to you. We do this every week. Akron Coventry. I'm going to say this in front of these guys because you know me, I'm a pretty straight shooter. If Chaney does what Chaney's supposed to do and Chaney plays how they're capable of, I'm expecting a big night over in Akron. Is that safe to say?
1,000%. Absolutely.
All right, so Coach Amill, come on, give me your keys to the game.
The first and foremost, we got to talk. We got to eliminate turnovers and mental and really, have the better, and we just got to make plays. We got, that's something that we've been talking about for a while. Like Jason said, we've been up 5 out of our 6 games at halftime, and we don't always finish. So we just got to finish games. Finish plays, finish quarters, finish games. Just take care of the ball and finish. And
all right. So what I'm going to tell you now, like, when I'm watching 2 playmakers play tomorrow over at the studio, and if you get a text from Coach Les that says, give him the damn ball, then you'll know who's texting. No, I'm joking you. But it has to be the East game has to be a stepping stone. I thought you guys did a lot of things well there. Defensively, if you go back and look from Austintown Fitch, you take away a couple big plays against Canfield. This defense is getting better at the right time.
No, we definitely are. We have, some experience. We played a lot of young guys last year, so they have that experience. Jason started as a sophomore. Delshawn's a 3-year starter. So we have that experience and they play. We just have athletes that want to play football and have fun, and that's what my boys do. And defensively, I always think, as a coach, defense is always further ahead because I think there's less to worry about and just less schemes and less pieces. Stuff together. So our offense is starting to click. Just playing good. And once we're both on the same page, I can see it.
Well, I think it's going to be on the same page for sure. Jason and Delshawn, I'm going to end it with you guys. I have to bust Coach Chris's chops a little bit, so I'm going to let you guys do it. Jay, I'm going to go you first since you're the young buck leading it from the senior. Give me one word from Jason Hewlett to describe Coach Amill.
Great, for real.
Okay. You know what? I respect that because I see how each week when I talk to him, the love and care that he has about his football team and talking with you two, I see that as you guys represent. I know you both know you represent a West Side that absolutely loves Chaney football. And you two play it the right way, lead it the right way. And from YSN, we're proud to be a part of it. So, Delshawn, over to you. One word to describe Coach Amill.
I would have to say amazing. You know, he did a lot of amazing things for our kids, a lot of amazing things for our school, everything. Everything he tries to do, he just trying to make sure everybody good.
Well, Coach, it doesn't get much better than that, Coach, to end on things like that. To you three guys, I will be locked in. I get to pick my game that I'll watch. So tomorrow night, I will be listening to Todd Thorne and Jason Ray, watching the two of you do what you do very well, and that is compete and play hard on a football. Coach, Jason, Delshawn, I appreciate you guys hopping on. We're glad to give a proud West Side what they want. They wanted football back at Chaney. You two and Coach do it very well. Go get that first playoff win, and let's keep this train rolling into the playoffs. So best of luck. Have a good night, and I thank all three of you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
All righty. Have a good night. Go get them. Beat Coventry.
You too.